Storm Station Forecast with meteorologist Malcolm Byron.
Thursday was pretty soggy. Today, not so much. The rain coverage is actually kind of underdoing what we were anticipating. Tomorrow, we do have a 60% rain coverage, accounting for scattered showers and thunderstorms. And that tropical disturbance was pulling away from us today, and we're actually getting some slightly sinking motions due to that, and that helped suppress some of our rain chances. Tomorrow, we probably won't be under the influence of that tropical disturbance, and it'll just be more of our typical summertime thunderstorms, reaching a high of 91 before those storms pop. 93 on Sunday, slightly warmer due to slightly less shower and thunderstorm activity. We're looking at about a 30% rain coverage. Here's a look at Futurecast. Tomorrow morning, a few clouds, maybe even some coastal showers, and you can see those kind of bubbling northward with time. I think we'll see our rain coverages peaking in the mid to late morning, even into the early afternoon. And then generally speaking, the rain settles down into the evening. Skies will clear out, very typical of what we would ordinarily expect in summertime. Waking up to sunshine on Sunday, and then watch what happens. Yeah, a few storms cropping up in the heat of the day, but less of them. And more of us stand a better chance of being dry on Sunday. As a result, heat bumps up. We go to the lower middle 90s on Sunday, and with even lower rain chances early next week, we'll go from mid 90s on Monday and Tuesday. And when you factor in the humidity, you're going to see our heat index values flirting with heat advisory criteria once again, maybe even getting up close to 110 degrees by Monday and Tuesday of next week. Let's get a look at your Storm Station 7-day forecast. So our hottest days on Monday and Tuesday, and that corresponds to our lowest rain chances. But then after Tuesday, rain chances start to bump higher again. And don't lock in on these numbers just yet. I do believe we have the chance to see another pretty active stretch of wet weather, similar to what we just went through, because it has to do with tropical moisture. Got an area of high pressure to our east tonight, and it is pushing tropical moisture our way. But as we move into next week, that area of high pressure in our upper atmosphere, a ridge, is going to start moving that tropical moisture northward. And then next week, it gets redirected back towards the area again. That's going to open the door for those elevated rain chances, and there's even a small chance for some tropical development with that.
From the Storm Station, we're tracking the tropics.
We're going to start off by looking at what some computer model guidance is suggesting. These are just areas of possible development. The strongest signal for some mischief in the tropics is actually in the central Atlantic, and the National Hurricane Center this evening is chiming in on that, saying there is a low chance of tropical development between the African coast and the Lesser Antilles. This would move west, but it's not going to impact us. By the time it would reach the Lesser Antilles, let's say through the weekend, early next week, it would likely fall apart as it moves into a more hostile environment. But there is a weak model signal for perhaps some tropical development near our part of the world. Again, very similar to what we just went through. We've got that deep plume of tropical moisture, and there's a chance that an area of low pressure might spin up over the Gulf waters. And if that happens, there's a chance a depression or storm might form. Right now, everything I've seen kind of keeps things weak, but it's certainly not a signal that's locked in yet, certainly not a guarantee. So either way, something we're watching. Late next week, I do expect a period of wet weather, regardless of whatever happens in the tropics. So make sure you're checking back with us for future updates, as there might be some additional alerts. And of course, if anything does come named, we'll let you know right here on WBRZ. We'll take a break on the news at 10 o'clock. We continue next.